When home becomes unsafe, whether because of war, persecution, political unrest, or environmental disaster, finding refuge in another country can be an overwhelming challenge. The concept of safe third countries has emerged as a key component in modern asylum and migration systems. It refers to nations considered secure enough for displaced people to seek protection or apply for asylum without facing the same dangers they fled. Understanding how these countries operate, what rights refugees have within them, and what practical options exist is crucial for anyone forced to leave their home in search of safety. A safe third country is one that offers protection to refugees in accordance with international law, particularly the 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 Protocol. This means that people arriving there should not be at risk of being sent back to their country of origin, where they could face harm, and they should have access to fair asylum procedures and basic human rights. These countries are expected to provide not only physical safety, but also access to essential services such as healthcare, housing, and education. In practice, the definition of a safe country varies widely. For example, under the European Union's Dublin Regulation, asylum seekers must usually apply for asylum in the first EU member state they enter. Countries like Germany, France, and Spain are common destinations under this system, as they are considered safe and have established asylum infrastructures. Similarly, Canada's Safe Third Country Agreement with the United States means that asylum seekers are generally required to make their claim in whichever of the two countries they arrive in first, assuming that both countries offer adequate protection. However, critics argue that such agreements can restrict freedom of movement and may not account for individual circumstances where a safe country might not be truly safe for a particular person or group. For those forced to flee, understanding practical options means balancing legality, accessibility, and safety. Neighboring countries are often the first places of refuge, offering immediate safety and cultural familiarity. For instance, people escaping conflicts in Syria have often found temporary safety in Turkey, Lebanon, or Jordan, while many fleeing Afghanistan have turned to Pakistan or Iran. These countries, while not always granting full refugee rights, serve as initial havens where displaced individuals can stabilize before seeking more permanent resettlement. In regions where neighboring countries are unstable or overwhelmed by refugee flows, international resettlement programs coordinated by the United Nations, High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, provide another pathway. Such programs enable refugees to be transferred from temporary host countries to states with the capacity and willingness to integrate them, such as Canada, Sweden, Australia, or New Zealand. These countries are widely regarded as safe third countries because of their strong legal protections and structured integration systems. However, resettlement is often a long and selective process, and only a small percentage of global refugees benefit from it each year. For others, humanitarian visas and temporary protection schemes offer alternative routes. Some nations issue special visas that allow vulnerable individuals to enter legally for protection purposes. For instance, several European countries have created humanitarian corridors in partnership with religious or non-governmental organizations, allowing those fleeing conflict zones to arrive safely and apply for asylum without undertaking dangerous journeys. In Latin America, countries such as Brazil and Argentina have also expanded temporary protection measures for displaced people from crisis regions like Venezuela and Haiti. It is important to remember that safe does not only mean freedom from physical harm. Economic security, legal stability, access to healthcare, and protection from discrimination are also vital for refugees to rebuild their lives. Many displaced people face new challenges in host countries. Language barriers, employment restrictions, and social exclusion can all hinder integration. Support networks, both from governments and local communities, play a key role in helping refugees adjust and thrive. Ultimately, the search for a safe third country is both a legal and human journey. It involves navigating complex asylum systems, political agreements, and humanitarian realities. For many, the path is not straightforward, and what constitutes safety may depend as much on personal circumstances as on international law. Yet even amid these difficulties, the idea of safe third countries remains a crucial lifeline. A promise that when home is no longer safe, there are still places in the world where protection, dignity, and a chance to start anew can be found.